Good afternoon. It's so wonderful to see you all here today. As I walked into the building to see everyone so excited and taking pictures. I'm Jennifer Brown. I'm the Associate Provost. I'm here in the stead of our Provost, Bill Salka. He was unable to attend, but to me it feels like that's all the better for me because I get to be here at such a wonderful event. If we think about April in academia, it's always a busy, busy, busy rush, right? Students are writing their final papers and faculty are trying to put together events to help students receive the recognition that they deserve. There's spring festivals and all those sorts of things going on. But this is by far my favorite type of event because we get to really honor the fantastic work that all of our students do here at Eastern. Eastern is Connecticut's only public liberal arts institution, and we take that moniker with pride. We really feel like we give students that opportunity to explore, to learn all sorts of things from different viewpoints, and to grow as individuals. And I know that all of the students being recognized here have done that. I don't know if you want to think back to your first admitted students day or your first day in class and think about what you thought college would be like. But these sorts of nights are the kinds of places where you can think about what that feeling was and where you are now, and to really appreciate the accomplishments that you have achieved. So I would just like to welcome you all warmly, to all the parents and the families and the friends that are here to support the students. I know that you have played such a large role in their successes, and I know you are so proud of them, as we are here at Eastern. And I just want to encourage every student here tonight to really soak this in, to really understand that you have done wonderful things and that you have many wonderful things ahead of you as well. So congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Now I'd like to invite Professor John Zatowski to present the awards for excellence in radio.
Thank you very much. Let me just say something off script here. Approximately 40 years ago, a young professor by the name of Terry Tolles-Patkin said, now that we're a minor in communications, maybe we should have some form of recognition for our minor students. So she secured some time over in the President's Dining Hall, and I remember carrying over a cooler with about 12 cans of Sprite and some fake Oreo cookies from Stop and Shop, and about 5 students there. Well, she planted the seed for this very prestigious event, and it just blossomed over the years. She's hiding in the wings, but I'm sure she'll see you. You'll see her subsequently. But thanks, Carrie. Terry, it's been a great ride. So we're talking about radio today. WECS is licensed by the Federal Communications Commission as a non-commercial FM radio station, which means we don't play commercials. And radio has had a great past and maybe some ups and downs over the years. But post-COVID, I've noticed that our students have come back with renewed vigor and a different type of programming. They're now engaged in much more in-depth programming. Now, we have a long tradition, college radio does, of playing non-top 40 music, independent records, independent artists. And we have a great past, and we continue to do that in our wonderful new recording studios where we feature many local artists, and it's booked almost 24 hours a day. Streaming came along, and we thought, oh, okay, radio's going to suffer from streaming. What happened was the students got on the air, and with their rich narrative and describing music and so forth that the streaming services simply can't provide, we find a real resurgence in what's going on. So radio, though, at WECS is much more than about music. As I mentioned, we are an NPR-affiliated station, and NPR is the gold standard for radio journalism with a multi-million-dollar budget. But sometimes when I'm listening to some of the students, I have to look at my schedule or look online at the video because it sounds like it's an NPR program. The quality is at that level with many of the students. And as they grow through the years, we see this increase and increase in their professionalism, if you will. And I think some of the benefits of hosting a radio program are incalculable. It's not just that there would be a DJ, probably not many will do that or go out, but radio gives them access to political leaders, corporate leaders. They can get interviews with almost anyone by using the power of the microphone, and they do that very well. And also, they become, and this is very important, more discriminating listeners, consumers of media. We know how easy it is to have biased programs out there. And in fact, every dictator that ever rose to power in modern society has used radio as a propaganda weapon, starting with Goebbels and the Nazi regime. But our students, by virtue of the fact that they are behind the microphone, they realize that it's not gospel, they can say anything, and in fact, other people do say things that aren't true. I think they come away with a different understanding of media and how to accept it and how to challenge it and how to analyze it and how to avoid it. Having said that, let me bring forth Daniel Gallipoli, who is our program manager, our student program manager, and we couldn't be on the air without him. He does yeoman's work 24 hours a day. I can call him at midnight when there's something wrong, and he goes over and throws a button or finds a switch or finds what the problem is. So I'll have Dan come over here and help me with this. And Terry. So Dan, I'll give you the certificates that you can present to our students. And being radio, I'm a creature of the voice, of the spoken word. I'm just going to ask our recipients just to say a word or two about what their goals are in life and maybe what radio has meant to them. So first we have Love in alphabetical order. Love Atkinson. What a fan club. Would you like to say a few? Let us hear your voice.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a junior here, and hopefully looking to major in psychology. I would like to focus in mental health, but I am also a co-host here with my friend Kavana with our radio show, Still Figuring It Out.
That's the name of the program. By the way, if you'd like to know more about these folks, we'll have a bio on our website, wecsfm.com, and we have a camera there, so not only can you hear them, if you're out of our range, you can actually see them anywhere in the world. And it's kind of interesting when I look at the IP addresses of listeners and I see they're in Germany and Canada and all over the place. It's really rewarding. So Dan, you're next alphabetically, so why don't you come over and present yourself with an award?
Wow, thanks, me, for giving me this award. And thank you, and thank everyone here. I am a third year. It's also my first semester as a student manager. And instead of talking about myself, I'll just take the minute to say that I couldn't do it without Professor Zatowski, every professor that's helped me in this department and in others, and all of the wonderful hosts that are lined up here and also on our schedule. WECS would not be possible without all of the people involved with it. So thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Wonderful. Lena Jones. Hi, Lena.
Hi, I'm a second-year sophomore majoring in psychology with a mental health counseling concentration. I would like to thank Azriel, Annan, Andrew, Faisal, and Devin. I'm very grateful to work with all these people and Dan, so thank you very much.
Thank you. And Anastasia Korsakov. I have to tell you about Anastasia. She showed up beginning of this semester, and she had on her iPhone maybe 20 or 30 songs that she composed and sang. and she has an angelic voice. And she's producing a CD right now, and she's on the air Sunday afternoons from, actually this Sunday it'll be from 12 to 3, right? Usually 1 to 3. But please check her out, and you'll be in for a real treat.
Hi, hello, I'm Anastasia. I'm a first year and I have a double major in music and art and a minor theater. I'm an artist and a musician, and I guess my goal is I want to be a positive influence and inspire people and connect with others through my artistic skills. And yeah, that's it.
And I have to say, she plays music, but she also has a theme. And when I listen to her, it's like I've been in an hour of therapy. It's great. And these students are so deep, they're so insightful. It's just marvelous hearing them. And we have River Sullivan.
Hi, my name is River. I'm a co-host with my co-host Sam on Matters of the Mind. I honestly only started this semester, and being a senior, it was an interesting transition, but I can't thank Sam enough for the experience it's given me and the thought-provoking questions that we ask each other on our show, and I can't wait to see how radio affects me in my daily life.
Thank you, very good. And Kurvana Simpson. I've had her in 2 classes, so we're friends. We go way back.
Hi, I'm Kavana. I'm a communication major, and my goals are to work in the entertainment industry as a TV or a film producer. And I also want to thank my co-host Love for our show, Still Figuring It Out. I'm going to plug it real quick. Thursdays 9 to 10 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you. I love the titles of the programs. They're just wonderful. And Noel Teeter.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Noel. I'm a junior. I'm a communication major and a music minor. And whatever I do in life, I would love to combine those 2 passions. Tune in at 12 to listen to me play some of my favorite indie rock music that I've listened to through the station. Also, a major thank you to Jay-Z for sending that email back in January, without which I wouldn't have known of this opportunity. And a big thank you to Dan for helping me with my show every single week. I couldn't do it without him, and quite literally, because the 1 week he wasn't there to help, I had major technical difficulties and had to cut the show 20 minutes early. So thank you very much, and thank you all for being here.
Like most college radio stations, we get maybe 40, 50 cuts a week coming in from independent artists because they can't get played on the commercial stations, so they rely on college stations to get exposure. And when Noel came in the first time, and he looked around, and he was looking at our new releases on the shelf, and I was amazed because almost every other CD, he said, "Oh, I know this group. I saw them in concert last year. Oh, I know this group. I know that group." So he's just a walking encyclopedia of music, and more importantly, the new music and new groups. I am so far behind. I'm just waiting for Frank Sinatra to come back. And finally, but not least, alphabetically, Nick Walsh. Nick?
Hello, everybody. My name is Nicholas Walsh. I am a second-year communications major with an applied media production concentration. Don't worry, I'll keep this short and sweet. I first off just want to thank my co-host, Dan Gallipoli. Without him, our show truly would not run. I would also like to thank both my parents and Dan's, because they're the people we know listen every week, and it truly is special to both of us knowing that we'll get texts afterwards talking about what we talked about on the show. But thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I really did save the best for last. Sam Perez Lopez.
Hello, everyone. My name is Samuel Perez Lopez. I'd like to thank Jay-Z for having this opportunity in the first place and being able to kind of put my use of talking a lot to good use. And obviously I couldn't do it with the co-hosts that I've had over the semesters that I've been here. I am a English major with a concentration in creative writing, but radio has always kind of been a passion, and listening to music has always been a way to get through things. And as the president of Radio Club, currently we do always encourage members to share their voice. So if you guys are a student here and you're willing to talk to people who probably aren't listening, or just want to share some thoughts, feel free to reach out. But speaking of sharing our voice, tune in this Friday at 10 p.m. I know it's a little late, but it will be our final show of the semester. So thank you.
One thing you may have noticed, the majors of these students, they're not all comm majors. And after COVID, there was a little lull, and Dean Pandy came and said, you need more students. And she said, open it up to everybody. And I said, it was never closed to everybody, but we made an effort to do that, and it has really paid off. As you can see, the variety of people we have here, and we're going to continue to encourage that in every possible way. So I guess I will now introduce. We have a photographer here. You don't want my picture, believe me. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Andrew Utterback.
Good afternoon, students, family, and friends. For those of you that don't already know me, my name is Andrew Utterback, and I am a professor in the Department of Communication. My specialties are studio-based television production, news packaging, and First Amendment law. The faculty and staff advisors for the Campus Lantern newspaper cannot be with us today, and so the honor falls to me to present the awards for excellence in journalism. Established in 1945, the Campus Lantern is the student-run newspaper for Eastern Connecticut State University. During the semester, issues are published both in print and online. If you have not seen it, the website for the Campus Lantern is truly one of the very best of any of the student groups on campus. All of the content, all of it, for the Campus Lantern is produced by the student staff and contributing students from the Eastern community. The Campus Lantern has 4 sections: news, opinion, arts and entertainment, and sports. And also, the expressions section is reserved for creative writing, poetry, art, and photography. The honorees are the editor-in-chief, Malik Alari. Congratulations. I'll bring your thing. And introducing the managing editor and website manager, Rebecca Ristow. Congratulations. Let's see.
I'm the one that says not attending.
Oh, that's yours.
I lied.
now. All right. Well, I'm glad you came. Congratulations. It's now my honor to introduce Dr. Michelle Michael.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Atterback. I'm Michelle Michael. I'm a new faculty here at the Department of Communications. And independent studies, well, they're never easy. This is when you meet a student one-on-one and you're trying to teach them whatever it is that they want to learn, but it's not offered as part of the semester regular classes. So it adds to the faculty workload, our effort, our energy, and our time. But the next award recipient, Jack Jones, he made this look very easy. Jack came to me with a request to explore digital space and journalism together. So we sat down, we figured out what we wanted to do throughout the semester and how he was going to proceed. He worked diligently, he produced multi-platform stories, he reported and he shot his own news packages. He produced podcasts which are published on Spotify. He teased his entire reporting process on social media platforms, and he now has his own blog. So if you want to check it out on WordPress, it's jackthejournalist15.wordpress.com. Okay. And he has never once shown up to our meetings unprepared, never. So his hard work throughout the semester has resulted in him receiving this award. So without further ado, the award for excellence in multimedia reporting goes to Jack Jones. Congratulations again, Jack. Thank you. And next, I'd like to invite Dr. Mian King to present the awards for advertising.
Thank you, Dr. Michael. I'm very proud to talk about the advertising club on campus, known as American Advertising Federation. AAF is the oldest advertising trade association in the United States. It is also the only organization that includes members across all disciplines and career levels in advertising. These members are advertisers, advertising agencies, media companies, professors, and students. There are more than 200 AAF college chapters with over 5 student members. The student members at Eastern, they work as an advertising agency to broaden their advertising experiences, find their own clients to produce advertising campaigns for, visit advertising agencies, invite professionals to advance their career opportunities, and attend advertising conferences. Through these activities, they share their ideas, gain networking experience, and expose themselves to the work of others in advertising. AAF students go on to work in various advertising fields as account executives, consumer researchers, media planners, creative directors, and copywriters. I am sure and confident that the names that I'm announcing now are those who will make us all proud and become excellent advertisers. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to announce the names of students for their excellence in advertising. Emily Jamil. Natalie Laurenti. Laura Martinson. Nancy Scanlon. Autumn Zux. Please join me in honoring these students. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. Michelle Michael to present the Awards for Excellence in Social Media.
We're just playing tag here, so bear with us. Social media has taken over our world, which, well, we're familiar with it. But it is only fair that we study it systematically and understand how this platform is changing our world. The field is a relative newcomer to our department, but the excitement from the student, however, has been very welcoming. The next two recipients for Excellence in Social Media, they have very different approaches to the field, but they complement each other. The first recipient, Melissa DeMello, she excels with her creative approaches to social media content. I can always spot her work because they're unique. She is creative and has an eye for clever but functional design and content. She is currently employed as a social media manager and works with consumer brands. Her passion is very apparent. We've had many number of conversations outside the classroom hours. So, excellence in social media content creation goes to Melissa DeMello. Thank you. The second recipient, she stands out for her ability to think strategically about social media. As every brand on earth competes for our attention, you have to think strategically about how you are going to reach them. Jessica, time and again, has shined for her ability to think critically and creatively about social media strategies. She's a quick learner and cares deeply about her work. Every time I stand up there and see her work in class, it's very, very clear. Her passion comes across in all her projects and every presentation she undertakes. She challenges our everyday thinking and is equipped to critically reflect upon the best strategic practices when it comes to social media. So for her wit and critical approaches, excellence in social media strategies goes to Jessica Saucier. Congratulations once again. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Andrew Otterback. Did I say that wrong? No? I lied. Now I'd like to invite our Dean, Dr. Niti Pandey, to present the award for National Communication Association Scholar.
Good evening, everyone. It is such an honor to be a part of the Communication Department's evening of Celebration of Excellence. The NCA Scholar Award is given to a student with strong academic achievements and demonstrated commitment to the field of communication. Tonight's award recipient embodies all these characteristics. A communication major with a concentration in public relations and a minor in writing, she is a member of the Public Relations Student Society of America, the Student Ambassador Club, the key of She all-female a cappella group, and the president of East Harmony's a cappella group. An active volunteer on campus and in the community, she has balanced internship and work experiences with her academics, receiving the distinctions of Dean's List and the Lambda Pi Eta Honor Society Award. So please join me in congratulating the recipient of the 2023 NCA Scholar Award, Sarah Stevens. also get this.
Throughout my time at Eastern, I have been lucky enough to gain a deeper understanding and real-life application skills within the fields of communication. When I first started college, and during my freshman year, I wanted a major that was diverse and had numerous different options of areas to study. I wanted a major that would give me a broad overview on numerous topics to help me better understand the real world. That is how I came across communication. After all, we all need to learn how to effectively communicate. Because of this, I asked myself, and like many of us communication majors most likely asked ourselves, what do communication majors do? On Eastern's website, communication is defined as the key to understanding the social, political, and cultural world. In the communication department, we learn and understand how people share, process, and receive information. As communication professionals, we will learn how to shape and form that information in order to communicate more effectively to the rest of the world. In the age of media and technology, we learn skills that are crucial to understanding our digitized society. Most of us have learned various skills in television, radio, advertising, leadership, applied media, journalism, media writing, social media, and public relations. Today, I am so grateful to be accepting the National Communications Scholar Award. This recognition is truly an honor and something that I am very proud to receive. During each of my classes, I have worked hard to complete the work to the best of my ability, challenging myself to new limits and higher standards of academic work. At the same time, I've been lucky to enjoy my classes, create numerous memories, and make many connections within the department. These connections are those that I will remember and appreciate for the rest of my life. I have been so lucky to be a part of a program with such experienced and cultured professors. I want to thank them for being so dedicated to educating me and for always being available inside and outside class as an exceptional resource. Their knowledge has allowed me to practice real-life skills that will help me in my future career. I would also like to thank my peers, fellow communication majors, and my friends in PR within this department for inspiring me to achieve more and constantly put my best efforts forward. I would also like to thank my parents for being a consistent and strong support system in my life, encouraging me to work hard and make my academic success a priority. To all the other inductees who are receiving this honor today, congratulations. This is a huge honor and one that you should be proud of. Continue to be determined, bold, and diligent within your studies for the rest of your college career. If I had to leave you with one piece of advice, it would be to continue to push yourselves, to apply yourself, make connections with your professors, and enjoy your time here at Eastern, as it will be over faster than you know it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Congratulations. Dr. Chris Ianni is the faculty advisor of Public Relations Student Society of America, known as PRSSA. Unfortunately, he could not be with us today as he is on a temporary medical leave. So I'll present the awards for excellence in PR on his behalf and read the statements that he sent me to congratulate the students. I'm delighted to introduce the outstanding students from the Public Relations Student Society of America. As the faculty advisor of this exceptional student club, I have seen their dedication, creativity, and passion for public relations. These students have demonstrated their leadership skills, strong work ethics, and commitment to excellence in everything they do. It is an honor to recognize their achievements and celebrate their contributions to our department. Congratulations to PRSSA students for their exceptional accomplishments. Michelle Bacall, please step forward. Congratulations. Jack Demers. Congratulations, Jack. Riley McConnell. Amelia Snyder. and Sarah Steffen. Please join me in honoring these students one more time. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. Michelle Michael to present the awards for excellence in writing and research.
Thank you, Dr. King. I first met Nicholas in my publication design class last semester. It was a very technical class, but as a part of the process, the students were asked to create a blog. Although most students didn't pay a lot of attention to the content of the blog, Nick always did. I have been intrigued by Nick's ability to narrate and capture the audience or the reader's attention every time he wrote. And this year, his performance in my theory class has not been any different. Mass communication theory is a senior level seminar where many students struggle, but Nick has established himself to be very resourceful among his peers. And I have seen him help his fellow students, help them with their research and their sources a lot of times. Nick is also a peer tutor at the University Writing Center, and just last week, he shared his research at the university-wide CREATE conference. So as a result of his accomplishments, excellence for writing and research goes to Nicholas Chacha.
Thank you, Dr. Michael.
Congratulations again, Nick. And now, I invite Dr. Andrew Atterback to come and present the awards for excellence in TV and video.
Note to self, don't lean on this podium. It's on wheels. For the past 20 years, I have had the pleasure to be one of the faculty advisors to the Eastern Television Group, more commonly known as ETV. One activity of the ETV Group is the weekly production of a live newscast, ETV News, a 30-minute, entirely student-produced news program that is live-streamed worldwide on YouTube on Thursday nights at 7. The ETV Sports Group was founded in 2011 as a joint effort of the Department of Communication and the Department of Athletics. Throughout the academic year, the ETV Sports Group produces over 100 hours of coverage of ECSU sporting events for the Department of Athletics. This includes nearly every single home game of every single sport at Eastern. I have to tell you, the sports coverage is truly first class. It is worth noting that ETV is a co-curricular club. In plain terms, it gives the students an opportunity to practice the skills they learn in the classes that we teach. I am pleased to report to you that the ETV Group has grown over the years into a powerful social and professional group of students and alumni. Former ETV students are working for nearly every television operation in the state of Connecticut, as well as the national networks ESPN, NBC, CBS, and Fox. Annually, it is my honor and my sorrow to recognize the graduating seniors. On a personal note, I'll miss you. Godspeed. Please join me in honoring the graduating seniors of the ETV class of 2023. Zachary Doty. Jesse Mayrice. Alexis Nimitz. River Solomon. It's now my honor to introduce Dr. Jaehoon John.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. My name is Jaehoon John, Associate Professor in the Department of Communication, and it is my pleasure to award Excellence in Research today. Actually, I'm very thrilled to see so many outstanding students receive awards tonight. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and you dressed up, you look very handsome and pretty, okay? So, as a faculty member of the communication department, I want to start from a common misconception that many students have about our curriculum. It is not surprising that many communication students chose this communication major just because they thought we do not cover math and statistics. Half right, but it is a wrong idea. While it is true that we do not highlight much on math and statistics, all communication students are required to conduct their own academic research using math and statistics. For example, communication research, the course I have been teaching for a while, is one of the requirements, and all students are asked to conduct their own academic research using math and statistics. This situation makes many students fearful and anxious when they first walk into research class. Moreover, since conducting research is very challenging for many undergraduate students, some students forget that they should work diligently throughout the entire semester and give up. On the other hand, some students realize how they can deal with the fear and how they can power through it. By having relentless spirit and fortitude, these students transform the anxiety into the courage. Courage to try, courage to admit their mistakes, courage to continue correcting their mistakes, and courage to accept their future opportunities. Every semester, I have the pleasure of working with several enthusiastic students who demonstrate exceptional academic writing and analytical skills. These students work tirelessly to develop their research project even after the semester is over, and often go on to present their findings at various conferences as undergraduate researchers. I think this is a huge achievement, and therefore I am very happy to present 3 students, Joy, Cecilia, and Noel, for the Award of Excellence in Research. Yeah. Okay. Congratulations, and I would like to take a moment to thank the communication faculty members who have played a very important role in mentoring and preparing these students. Without their exceptional coursework and guidance, this award would not be possible. So I'm truly happy tonight as I can see my favorite students are waiting to receive more awards of excellence. So I will stop here. Congratulations to all of you. And this ends my speech. Back to Dr. Terry Toules-Pekin.
Thank you. Today, the students that we're recognizing are truly among the best and the brightest, not only among Eastern students, not only among students in Connecticut, but among communication students nationwide. As we reach the part of the program where we're inducting students into the National Communication Honor Society, Lambda Pi Eta, I'd like you to know that there are over 500 chapters of Lambda Pi Eta at colleges and universities across the country. And Eastern's 25 new members have met strict standards presented by the National Communication Association for academic achievement in order to be inducted. They've demonstrated interest in the field of communication, commitment to professional development, and they uphold the highest standards of ethical behavior. Each one of these students is impressive individually. You'll find their names in many places around campus. They perform in plays, they play on sports teams, they're active in co-curricular media groups, they volunteer on campus and off to make the world a better place. Many of them manage this while holding down a full-time course load plus a job or an internship. Put these folks together in one group, and it's the perfect demonstration of the old adage, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Lambda Pi Eta was founded with Aristotle's 3 principles of rhetoric in mind, emphasizing not only intellectual achievements, but also strong ethical character traits. Our students have demonstrated that this year by coming up with creative ways to give back to the community. They organized a photo session where students could have professional headshots taken. They've done fundraisers to build the group's resources for coming years. They've built a sense of community by holding board game nights and designing sweatshirts with our logo. They've not only maintained an active social media presence, but Janina Timbro built a club website that showcases both our history and our current activities and will serve as the foundation for years to come. They organized a food drive to benefit Sean's Cupboard, the on-campus food pantry, and created a Thanksgiving exhibit to express gratitude for people and events here at Eastern. It's that concern for others that makes these students such a vital part of the Department of Communication and the Eastern community. It's now my pleasure and my privilege to introduce our 3 chapter officers who will present the induction ceremony, Julia Florence, Alexis Nimitz, and Gabrielle Medina.
Lambda Pi Eta is the official communication honor society of the National Communication Association. It was founded in 1985 at the University of Arkansas, and in 1996, Lambda Pi Eta was inducted in the Association of College Honor Societies. Today, there are over 500 chapters worldwide. The name Lambda Pi Eta is represented by the Greek letters L for lambda, P, pi, and H, eta, symbolizing what Aristotle described in his work, Rhetoric, as the 3 models of persuasion. Logos, meaning logic, pathos, relating to emotion, and ethos, defined as character, credibility, and ethics. Eastern's chapter, Tau Nu, was inaugurated in 2005.
The first mode of persuasion is logos, or logic. In all aspects of scholarship and its application to one's life, logic plays a major role in deliberations and problem solving.
Pathos, or emotional appeal, the second symbol of our organization's title, encompasses a driving force that makes an organization vital and effective.
The last mode of persuasion is ethos, or character, credibility, and ethics. Aristotle sees character credibility as a primary means of effecting change in society and in one's life. Thus, it is appropriate that ethos is a major symbol of Lambda Pi Eta.
The purposes of the Honor Society, according to our Constitution, are to recognize, foster, and reward outstanding scholastic achievement, to stimulate interest in the field of communication, to provide an opportunity to discuss and exchange ideas in the field of communication, to promote and encourage professional development among communication majors, to establish and maintain close relationships and mutual understanding between faculty and students, and lastly, to explore options for further graduate education.
The membership in Lambda Pi Eta is composed of undergraduate students who have declared an interest in the field of communication and have achieved a high level of academic excellence. To be eligible for membership, students must have completed 60 semester hours of undergraduate credit courses, have accumulated a grade point average of at least 3.0, have completed the equivalent of 12 semester hours in courses in communication, have a grade point average of at least 3.25 in these courses, and be currently enrolled as a full-time student in a good standing with their institution.
The official colors of Lambda Pi Eta are crimson, representing the discipline of communication, and silver in recognition of speech and oratory skills.
At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Kang, the chair of the Communication Department, to call the new members forward to receive their certificate of membership, honor cord, and membership pin.
Lily Gabrielle Blair. Nicholas Daniel Chacha. Braden R. Drovish. Skylar Dunn Evans. Nikki Flynn. Daniel Gallipoli. William Paul Horvath. Emily N. Jamel. Fernando Geronimo. Andrea R. Keith. Johanna Elizabeth Losberry. Natalie Rose Lolenti. Laura Linear Martensen. Anna Laura Maselik. Jesse R. Mayrice. Riley Pepper McConnell. Julia R. McNally. Thomas Manton. Joseph Morgan. Samantha Ray Olowski. Caitlin Pascalella. Kelly Pampa. Autumn Rose Zooks. Norayer Valley. Kane Linnem Cup Wagoner. Now, I'd like to invite the President of the Honor Society to invoke the pledge.
As newly inducted members of Lambda Pi Eta, do you accept the challenge to maintain the high academic and leadership standards set forth by the organization and to serve as examples for the achievement of excellence in the field of communication? And do you promise to work toward the achievement of the purposes and goals as set down by the National Organization of Lambda Pi Eta? If so, please answer, I do. I now present to you the newly inducted members of the Tau Nu chapter of Lambda Pi Eta for the 2022-2023 academic school year. Welcome and congratulations. Will the faculty, administration, family, and friends please join the chapter officers in welcoming these new members?
You want 2 lines, Tom?
As we come to the end of today's ceremony, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge someone instrumental in making this event possible. Without her contributions, this celebration would not be possible. I'm referring to our Department Secretary, Robin Merritt. Please join me in thanking Robin. Robin, please come up to the podium. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to all the honorees. Your hard work, dedication, and passion for communication have not gone unnoticed, and you are an inspiration to all of us. And thank you to everyone for being here today to share this moment. Have a great evening. Oh, and also we have the reception ready in the lobby. Thank you.